Binary thinking. What do we mean by binary thinking? This means that you tend to divide things into A or B. There are no other options. Either you're for me or you're against me. The problem with this thinking is it's not how people actually work. So, for example, you might think, oh, he hates vegetables. But in fact, I love broccoli, I just don't like peas. So the nuance is that I like some vegetables, but not others. Whereas binary thinking would say you don't like vegetables at all. So you can see the flaw in it right away. And this extends to every aspect of life, especially political thinking. Politicians want you to think that either this is true or that's true, that there's nothing in between. For example, right now, there's a big discussion about whether Canada should cancel our F-35 contract with the US. But that's not the only option. There are lots of other options here. Canada has purchased 16 F-35s from the United States. We already committed to that money and to that contract, and we're bound by that contract. Canceling that contract outright would cost us a lot of money and get us nothing. So canceling the contract outright doesn't really make any sense. But binary thinking has you thinking, oh yeah, we have to cancel the contract because the Americans are behaving badly. But we don't. There are other options. For example, we could take delivery of the 16 that we've committed to, finish paying for them, get 16 very modern aircraft that we can use eventually, and find another option to flesh out our Air Force. The truth is that the F-35 is not the ultimate aircraft for all Canada's needs. The F-35 is pretty much perfect for integrating with the US-led NORAD. Let's face it, the US dominates NORAD simply because they have 10 times the military that we do. They have 10 times the money to spend on military. They have 10 times the population. They have 10 times the economy. So they dominate NORAD, no question about it. So if we want to integrate well into NORAD, then the F-35 makes sense at least as far as that goes. So getting 16 F-35s would go some distance towards covering our NATO commitments and towards protecting our sovereignty while remaining fully integrated with NORAD. That has some advantages. It has some disadvantages, but by and large, the advantages outweigh the disadvantages. So you can see that these are not binary choices. Furthermore, we could say maybe what we need is 24 F-35s to cover all of Canadian sovereignty needs. That's within the scope of our existing contract because we have an option beyond our original 16 to buy more aircraft. But that option isn't a fixed number. So there's a lot of options here. Many more than just canceling the contract outright. And yet, here we have many politicians saying, oh, we absolutely have to cancel the contract. It's our only option given the behavior of the US. And yet now we can see that this is simply not true. Binary thinking is not useful. Whenever you are confronted with a binary option, either this or that, you should be aware that there are probably a lot of other options that you're not looking at or not seeing. And this extends to every aspect of your life. Should I buy bacon or should I not buy bacon? Well, the truth is that there's a lot of different kinds of bacon out there. And there is a lot of nutritional differences between those different types of bacon. So maybe what you should be asking is, if I really like bacon, is there a healthier alternative to traditional bacon? You've taken a binary and turned it into a lot of options. This is the kind of thinking that aids us going forwards in all aspects of our lives, whereas binary thinking simply serves to divide us into two groups: those who do and those who do not. And there's no nuance in between. And as we know from knowing other people, that is simply not true. So, if you want to get on in the world and make your life better, then I would strongly suggest that you avoid binary thinking. Thank you.